Chapter 44. Summer.
What do you mean she can stay here?
Kai, Lonnie, and Leah stood in the community area before the teen, letting her vent her frustrations. Summer paced the floor back and forth, her head not turning from the other three.
You realize who she is, don't you?
She stopped purposely in front of Leah. Leah's eyes bent low, unable to face the fury in Summer's light green eyes.
She's freaking Malcolm's surrogate. She is pregnant with his kid. His. Do you honestly think he will rest until she has her back? Do you?
She turned to Kai and Lonnie. Summer, she has nowhere to go, Lonnie began. Summer turned on her, her face red with anger.
So what? Who cares? Do you think she would have shown you the same compassion if things were reversed?
Unlike Leah, Lonnie did not turn her eyes from Summer. She stood quietly, letting the teen vent.
Did she show compassion when that monster set his goons out to murder innocent people? People like Josh?
She held back the tears forming, wiping them away with the back of her hand. She felt the baby squirm inside, reminding her to remain calm. She glared at the three before her. Kai and Lonnie had become her family, the family she never had, and she felt betrayed by them, just like everyone had done to her in the past. Well, except for Josh. Sweet, dead, bloody Josh. Summer's throat constricted, the tightness almost suffocating her. She wrapped her arms around her stomach, feeling the firmness of it beneath her hoodie, and imagined it was Josh's arms, cocooning her and the baby in his embrace. But it left her feeling ice cold inside. Lonnie stood close by as Summer battled with her feelings and tried to place a comforting hand on her shoulder. Summer yanked away in frustration, her dark locks wildly whipping around her face.
So what's next?
She snapped, her arms still wrapped around her belly, Josh's freckled face fading from her mind.
Her kid and mine are going to be put into the crib together? Be little playmates?
She snorted sarcastically.
I can just see it now. Her brat asking my child where his dad is.
Her emotions overflowed and tears streamed down her cheeks, breaking the dam of hurt and frustration that had been building up inside her. There was only so much one human could handle, and at that moment, Summer had reached her limit. She laughed between her sobs.
Yeah, won't that be an interesting playground talk?
Covering her mouth, she tried to suppress the wail inside of her, wanting to escape. She turned on them, their faces blank and unmoving, shocked into silence.
You have no idea!
She bent over, clutching herself tight, the words screaming from deep within, no longer able to keep the truth hidden.
No idea what I had to do to protect the only thing I have left!
She paused, her mouth open as she inhaled a gut-wrench breath that ripped through the air. Lonnie grasped Summer to her and would not let her go, even as she fought against her.
No, you don't understand!
She cried out, her voice ragged with hysteria.
What I've done!
Kai was beside her and, without saying a word, he wrapped his arms around Summer too, holding her in place with Lonnie. Feeling their arms around her, Summer crumbled, her legs giving out beneath her. She didn't fall. Kai and Lonnie's grip around her held her firmly on her feet, cradling her safely in their arms. She let out a jagged, shattering sob, caving into their protective embrace. They said nothing, just let her cry, not letting go of their hold on her.
It's me,
she whimpered, exhausted and defeated.
I'm the one who did it.
Lonnie gently pushed back Summer's hair, the soft strands slipping through her fingers. As Summer leaned back against Lonnie's chest, she could feel the soothing vibrations of Lonnie's humming against her ears. Kai held them both, silent. Summer let in a deep, wet breath and closed her eyes, seeing the day in her mind.
I did it.
Her words were soft, the truth releasing something inside her, festering since it all happened.
I'm the one who killed Malcolm Gobo's brother. It was me.
Lonnie's hands stopped, and Summer could feel Kai's hold on her tighten in surprise. She felt her face drooped with remorse, and silently cried, making no noises, letting all the tears of a lifetime flow from the very core of her soul. And she cried for what she did that day in the abandoned building, the day she became a killer. Lonnie and Kai held her, not letting her go, bending their foreheads to hers. She closed her eyes and let all her sorrow out until she had nothing left inside her. Hands clasped her face, warm and trembling, and she opened her eyes to Chris. Tears ran down his cheeks, and his lips trembled with emotions. Summer tried to control herself from frowning, but she couldn't hold back the tears that threatened to burst out once again.
"I'm sorry,"
he whispered, cupping her face between his hands.
"I'm so sorry, Summer."
She couldn't move. She couldn't say a word. Her mind raced as she tried to digest the fact that this man, whom she had grown to trust, was responsible for helping Malcolm Gobo take over the city and everything that happened afterward. She turned her head away from him, unable to look him in the eyes. Kai and Lonnie relaxed their grip on her as Summer gained the strength in her legs once more and stood on her own, refusing to look at Chris as he stepped back away from them. Wiping her eyes with the back of her hand, she pulled away from Kai and Lonnie's embrace, composing herself.
"I won't risk my child to protect Yasmeen's,"
she said, meaning every word.
"You won't have to,"
a female voice replied from the doorway behind them. Everyone turned, surprised to see Yasmeen standing there in the opening, her face dark with her own demons.
"You're damn right it won't be happening,"
Summer yelled, pointing her finger at Yasmeen.
"It won't be happening because I won't be having Malcolm's."
Yasmeen's voice was dead, her eyes blank with resignation. Summer clasped her arms across her chest, her face becoming red with anger once again.
"Well, sorry to break it to you, Chickie, but have you looked at yourself lately?"
She was merciless, and she didn't care. Yasmeen's eyes didn't acknowledge Summer's harsh words. She focused her attention only on Lonnie.
"I am not going through with the pregnancy."
Yasmeen spoke without flinching, her words smooth and calm.
"Yasmeen, Summer is just angry. She's suffered a substantial loss,"
Lonnie replied. Yasmeen looked confused, like she didn't know who Lonnie was talking about. Yasmeen closed her eyes and rubbed her temples as though they were throbbing.
"I understand,"
she replied, still not acknowledging Summer in the room.
"But I can't change what has to be done." "Oh, really? Well, thanks,"
Summer rebutted.
"I guess that's good enough. Let's shake and be friends."
Summer held out her hand. Kai pushed her hand down, holding it to her side.
"Enough, Summer,"
he said in his deep voice, holding her back with ease into his firm embrace. But Summer had no more fight left in her. Her stiff body relaxed in Kai's arms, and as much as she hated herself for her weakness, she crumbled into his comforting arms, her emotions getting the best of her. She leaned into him, burying her face in his chest and taking in the familiar smell. His hand cradled the back of her head, making her feel safe, protected in a way she'd never felt, even with Josh. Summer's eyes caught sight of Leah discreetly brushing tears away as she watched Kai and her face plastered with empathy, something Summer did not expect. Leah didn't look shocked or mortified. She looked like she wanted to come over and comfort Summer, which confused her. Summer had just confessed to killing the man Leah was accused of murdering. Her life and the life of her son were in danger because of it. It made no sense. Catching Leah's gaze, Summer responded with a tentative but kind smile. In her own quiet way, Leah was reaching out to support and comfort her, and Summer didn't know how to feel about that.
"I want to end the pregnancy and I need your help to do it,"
Yasmeen blurted out, startling Summer back to where all this drama had begun. The woman, Yasmeen, who stood, her attention only focused on Lonnie.
"If you don't help me, I will do something to end it myself."
Her tone was laced in truth, her body language rigid and determined. She meant every word she said. Lonnie sighed.
"We will protect you and the baby here in the compound from the decree. There is no need for such extreme matters,"
Lonnie said, touching Yasmeen's arm. Yasmeen looked at the hand touching her and looked at Lonnie, confused, like she did not understand the kindness Lonnie extended to her.
"I need safety from the decree. I'm just a vessel to Malcolm, disposable. It is just a matter of time."
Yasmeen's lip quivered, and her hand flew up to cover it, hiding the turmoil inside her.
"No, I can't have Malcolm's. The thought of it repulses me, sickens me to the very core of my body. I want it out, and I want it out now."
Her eyes blazed into Lonnie's, the force of conviction in them. Summer watched, not moving as she took a deep breath in, remembering how convinced she was about ending her own pregnancy.
I know what I'm doing. I was there, living in it. I have had a lot of time to think about this since finding out the truth, and I will not give my rapist any more of myself.
Her face became stony, and her eyes glazed as if she was remembering something, a memory that was forever burned in her mind. Summer knew that look. Knew it all too well, unfortunately.
Are you going to help me or not?
Yasmeen asked.
Because it has to be done now before I get farther along.
Lonnie placed her hands on her small, round belly. Yasmeen flinched, nearly pulling away from the touch. She stood frozen as Lonnie manipulated her hands around her stomach. She straightened and removed her hands, her expression troubled. I have to examine you more closely, but you are around 24 weeks pregnant. Lonnie paused, letting this sink into Yasmeen. Summer's heart pounded inside her chest. Yasmeen was only a few weeks behind her.
Yes, I am 6 months. So you see my urgency,
Yasmeen said, not faltering, her voice flat. It will be painful and long, and you will have to deliver. Lonnie clasped Yasmeen's hands. The risks are high. This is very serious and unnecessary. We could keep you safe from Malcolm, you and the child. Yasmeen refused to look at Lonnie.
I have to do this.
Her lips pursed together, surrendering to the choice she was making.
And you are wrong, Lonnie. Very wrong.
I will never be safe.
Never.